Hello, my name is Connie Malay, and I'm a voice crying in the wilderness. Today I'm be coming to you from Mark 5:35, and we're going to work ourselves down. And the title to this would be, Daughter, Get Up. And even if it says daughter, it applies to a man, a woman, a child, but the title is Daughter, Get Up. All right, we're going to go to Mark 5:35. And we will begin. While he yet spake, there came from the ruler of the synagogue's house, certain which said, Thy daughter is dead. Why troublest thou the master any further? As soon as Jesus heard the word that was spoken, he said unto the ruler of the synagogue, Be not afraid, only believe. Verse 37 says, And he suffered no man to follow him, save Peter and James and John, the brother of James. Verse 38, And he cometh to the house of the ruler of the synagogue, and seeth the tumult, and them that wept, and wailed greatly. Verse 39, And when he was come in, he said unto them, Why make ye this ado, and weep? The damsel is not dead, but sleepeth. Verse 40, And they laughed him to scorn. But when he had put them all out, he taketh the father and the mother of the damsel, and them that were with him, and entered in where the damsel was lying. Verse 41, And he took the damsel by the hand, and said to her, Talitha cumi, which is, being interpreted, Damsel, I say unto thee, arise. 42, And straightway the damsel arose and walked, for she was of the age of 12 years. And they were astonished with a great astonishment. 43, And he charged them straitly that no man should know it, and commanded that something should be given her to eat. Now I was reading to you from Mark chapter 5:35 to 43. And the title, like I said, is Daughter, Get Up. You know, as I was looking over this, because I happened to be in church just a while ago, and I was sitting up, and we went across it because we were in the book of Mark. But I thought about it. I said, yeah, I love that story, because you know what? This is another miracle, because that's all Jesus did was miracles. All he did was show us who he was when he was on this earth. And at this particular time, you know, he had just healed a woman with the issue of blood, I believe. And so now, here he goes, and somebody calls him to go and see this child, this 12-year-old child that had died. They said, why are you calling him to bother him? She's already gone. What's the point? But Jesus, hearing that, he just went anyway. But he said, Be not afraid, only believe. So, therefore, the only people he brought with him was Peter, James, and John. And because, I'm going to tell you something. Some people, you can't tell your miracle to. You can't tell what's going on with you, because they're going to bring a lot of unbelief. You got to be able to bring somebody with you, and somebody that will stand with you in faith, not in unbelief, because unbelief stops faith. So, therefore, Jesus brought the ones he could trust, could really trust, because he knows everybody's hearts, you know, and he knew the ones that he could really trust to go along with him. So he brought Peter, James, and John with him. Excuse me. And so it says he came to the house of the ruler, the synagogue, and he saw what was going on. These people crying and carrying on. Because, somebody died. People cry. They weep. They mourn. So they're out there crying and whatnot. And it says when he came into the house, he says unto them, why make ye this ado? Why are you making all this noise? Why are you doing all this? He says, she's not gone. She sleeps. This girl not gone. And they laughed. You see, some people don't want to believe for the miraculous. They'll laugh at you. But God is able to do everything, anything is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Everything is possible with God. But they said these people laughed. And that's because they didn't know him. But when he had put them all out. So you see right there, they didn't have no faith. And if somebody don't believe, then you can't be having them around you with that negativity. Even in your situation, you can't have people around you with that negativity. If they're negative, get them out of your life. I don't care who it is. If they can't be a support system, they need to go. And that's anybody. That's mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, whoever, auntie. They got to go. So it said he taketh the father and the mother of the damsel and them that were with him. So therefore he told the mother and father to come on in there with him. And he told Peter, James, and John to come in there with him. Because he knew that if the mother and daddy came with him, that was faith. Because who wants their child to be dead? So therefore, they would want her to be alive. So, of course, he's going to take them in because there goes faith. And then Peter, James, and John, he knew he could trust them because they had a lot of faith. He knew he could trust them to come in there and be positive. And to know that what he's doing, he knew what he was doing, So he brought them on in with him and entered in where the damsel was lying. And he took the damsel by the hand and said to her, Talitha cumi, which is being interpreted, damsel, I say unto thee, arise. Child, get up. And straightway the damsel arose and walked. For she was 12 years old of age, it said. And they were astonished with a great astonishment. So I'm telling you right now, whatever your situation is, rise up out of it. Whatever things that had been dead in your life, the things that you think are gone, the dreams you had, the things you saw yourself doing when you was a child, but you didn't get an opportunity to do it because of one way or the other. I had to tell myself that. I'm going to give you a little testimony today. I had to tell myself to damsel, arise, daughter, get up, because I was in that place, for a long time. Years ago, I got a scholarship to go to a college, a Bible college, and I got it from the church that I was at, and I was at the age of 16 at that time, and they said, well, when you graduate from high school, that full scholarship is yours. It's paid for. And I made some wrong turns. By the time I got to 17 and was ready to graduate from high school, I ended up pregnant. And So that took me another direction, and I thought I'd never come back from that. And I was just really hurt that I let the enemy fool me into doing something I didn't supposed to be doing. But nevertheless, what I'm going to is this. Whatever dream that you had, it's still there. It ain't went nowhere. Because God is still calling you. He don't never stop calling. We just stop answering. So I'm letting you guys know today, get up. Get up out of your situation. Get up out of that alcoholism spirit. Get up out of that drug spirit. Get up out of that hate and that unforgiveness. Because the God that's in you is telling you to rise up. Rise up out of your situation. Because he's right there with you. He said, you're not dead. You alive. And so I hope that you've been encouraged. Until next time, this is Connie Malay, a voice crying in the wilderness. Bye-bye.